here, but she's in a tough spot.
An awesome check was the one to beat in here for Horacio De Paz.
She's very good at picking up checks coming off of that New York Bred Stakes Company event in the Mount Vernon, but still looking for a win at this particular distance and will need the right turn of foot to do so.
Vino Rouge finished just behind Miss Motley last out.
Yeah, I thought she ran extremely well with a wide uncovered trip in there, and I believe that she's going to be very dangerous today.
Here's that other Chad Brown, Diamond Vega.
Tactical, but a bit below this group in terms of figure, but will need a solid step forward, in my opinion, to be in the mix here.
Good performance in a win at Churchill for Enel last out.
I agree. If this is the kind of race you can expect from Enel today, she's a player. I want to see it again.
And Tom Proctor, Glen Hill Farm, Batula outside and taking money.
Glen Hill,
on this Lope de Vega 5-year-old mare coming from Monmouth last time out. Got to beat her stablemate and several others, including Awesome Check, whose price finally starting to come down at 5-2. Here's that Glen Hill Farm runner from the outside for Tom Proctor. John Velasquez last in line, set to kick off this 4th of July card from Saratoga. Frank Miramati the call.
Greg, Batula goes in. We're set. And they're off. A little bit of a bobble for Enel. Batula comes out smoothly, as does Vino Rouge, racing in between horses and up to vie for command, but it's Awesome Check who's quicker than all, and Awesome Check will set the tempo. From Vino Rouge in second, Batula third, and they're followed on the inside by Anyport in the yellow colors, tucked in fourth. Diamond Vega is fifth at this stage. 4 lengths off the lead, 4 clear of Miss Motley, and Enel is at the back of the field. The opening quarter rattled off in 23 and 2/5 seconds. It's Ricardo Santana Jr. and Awesome Check with those blinkers on, leading it by a half a length over Vino Rouge. Then comes Batula, 3 deep, yellow cap. At the rail, it's Anyport in fourth. Then comes Diamond Vega, fifth, 5 lengths off the lead. Miss Motley is down on the inside, racing side by side with Enel. Not much change as they move into the far turn. Awesome Check went the half in 46 and 4, prompted by Vino Rouge, who's a half length away in second. Now Anyport takes third. Batula on the outside, fourth. Followed by Diamond Vega, who is 3 deep. Enel trying to get underway on the outside of her, and 3 back to Miss Motley there at the top of the stretch. Awesome Check, Vino Rouge. Vino Rouge still a half length behind, trying to close and get by now. And Vino Rouge on even turns, but Awesome Check responds. Awesome Check and Vino Rouge coming for the wire together. Awesome Check keeps fighting on the outside. Vino Rouge within a head. Here is the line. Awesome Check held on. Gutsy victory. Vino Rouge was second, and then it's a photo for third between Miss Motley and Anyport.
Awesome Check, 3rd start of the year, back to the winner's circle, and a quick final time, 1:33 flat for the mile, Andy.
Yeah, we're racing right down in the rails for the first time, obviously, in a while. And the courses have gotten very firm. They've run 3 races, Megan, 2 yesterday and this one today, at a mile on the inner, and the inside speed has won all of those races. I'm a little bitter because I bet the 5, but these two put on a heck of a show.
They sure did. We actually saw that in the finale yesterday with those maidens. Same situation, got on the lead and was able to continue that run. Very proud of this filly for getting the job done, and very well-deserved win. Blinkers, again, aiding in her finish, and proud of her. She's been really competitive, and it's exciting to see those connections notch a win.
I think the one actually ran fairly well, Miss Motley, to be third, given she was back in last. Now, she did save ground from her post in there, but she did well. But these 2 horses, I mean, at the end of the day, I really think the best 2 horses ran 1-2, but I do believe the best horse ran second. It's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Vino Rouge actually made this a lot closer in the end, just better of the bob to Awesome Check. And to get 5-2 on Awesome Check, again, look, as you said, Miss Motley ran pretty good. Should not have been 3-2 here.
No, I mean, listen, there's reasons that trainers like Chad Brown take a lot of money, and I respect that. But the reality is that it's horse handicapping. And Horacio De Paz is also an exceptional trainer. And if you're not familiar with him, you should be. And there's no question this horse was a more likely winner on paper. And Miss Motley was a little. De Paz is also here. No, I mean, listen, there's reasons that trainers like Chad Brown take a lot of money, and I respect that. But the reality is that it's horse handicapping. And Horacio De Paz is also an exceptional trainer. And if you're not familiar with him, you should be. And there's no question this horse was a more likely winner on paper. And Miss Motley was a little bit like you talked about, that she has to get better to win this race, and that's fine. But at 3-2, do you really want to bet a horse that you feel has to get a little better to win?
I do agree, Andy. You make a very valid point there. And these fillies have been knocking heads against stakes horses. This is kind of a cutback for them, and I feel like they've been right there together. It's really nice to see them continuing to battle it out, and I think they're going to be improving and probably going back into stakes company in the future.
And in fairness to Megan, she said to me as they were going to the gate, I should have picked the